What's up? So I figured I would film getting all this stuff like, in one room and cleaning up this mess. So you can see it doesn't really take that long. It's not that bad. And I think most people start these videos like making a cup of coffee or they do something cool. So I'm going to make this cup of coffee. And I'm going to do that. Yeah, like this. I got my mug. This mug is made from ancient ceramic material from Mother Earth. And this is one of a kind, delicious coffee that can only be found from the packet with the most delicious pre-packaged coffee aged to perfection, ground a long time ago and aged so much that dust particles are actually created, which adds extra flavor. Delicious. Here you go. Just like all those YouTubers that make those coffee videos. We're gonna drink it? No, I make coffee for the smell. Time to clean. I think this is far enough for me to go with this wire. I don't want to pull you over. When I say you, I mean the camera. So, same thing as last time, throw everything on the bed. Then I go to the bed and check it out. Some stuff's folded, so I don't want to unfold it. Damn. You okay, camera? Oh, that wasn't a good idea. That was not a good idea. I walked too far away. Okay. You're just gonna come with me. Right now I feel silly because I am literally walking around trying to kick this wire out of the way because it's a really, really long wire for the microphone. And the camera just fell over and all this stuff. For what? For me to show you a video of me cleaning up my dirty clothes and some clean ones? No. So I'm gonna put the rest of that stuff on the bed and then I'm gonna pull the camera back out and show you me putting everything away. All right, so I got my huge mess right here. Covered up the whole bed. It's only one backpack, so it's not more than this, right? There's some people that pack a bunch of big luggages. And I just imagine the more stuff you have, the longer it's gonna take to do this. This already took a long time, but the longest thing that took time was trying to get this camera set up and it's balanced precariously on a window and moving stuff around so I can get the good frame. Anyway, that took a long time. But getting this back in this backpack shouldn't take that long. But yeah, if somebody does have a big luggage and then another piece, could take a long time unless it's one of those people that just picks up all their stuff and throws it in and zips it up. Because we have such a little bit of space, we need to make sure things are really compressed or rolled properly so it fits in there. And then when we get to the location, they're not all wrinkled because I don't want all my shirts to be totally wrinkled. And rolling it really helps with this wrinkling. Helps it avoid wrinkling. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'll just move this for now so you can see a little bit more. I like to use the smaller compression cube for my drawers and my socks. Yep. I don't have too much dirty clothes, it's just this since I already did laundry here. So that should be fine. I'm not gonna do laundry again right now. I don't feel like it just for these few items. So that's it for this little bag. I'm gonna just put this over the side to see how everything else fits in here. Got this other compression where I put these are the slacks that I keep talking about. I got some shorts that double as a bathing suit. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put everything in here without saying it because there's another video where I say everything that's in here, and it's not like I changed the stuff that's in here. I'm on the same trip. Something that will take some time is folding stuff. So there's a certain way to fold it. I watched some videos on it, literally how to fold clothes. Never thought I'd do that in my life. I used to work at Hollister and I hated folding clothes. Shoot, I hate folding clothes when I do my own laundry. Like it was terrible. But watched a video on it and now folding isn't as bad as it used to be. So I really make everything flat and you know, fold the sides in. Also, if you fold shirts in a military style and you were in the military, this might not be the perfect military style, but that's what I saw in the video. And it said it was military style, so that's what I'm gonna consider. And then you fold like this part at the bottom, so it is gonna create a pocket afterwards, because you fold in the two pieces into the center, those edges. Then you start rolling the shirt up. You try to make it as tight as possible. I'm not super good at it, but it comes out like this. And you take this edge that was created when you folded up the bottom, you wrap it around, and then this is what it looks like. I'll come show you. Looks like this when it's done after you roll it up. As you can see, it's pretty tightly in there, so it doesn't really come out. This is really good when you are, you know, traveling a decent amount and you might not wear the shirt immediately, because if you don't do this, then they might just unravel and get everywhere, and this is really gonna help make sure it stays fairly unwrinkled and also, like, you know, in one spot, like when you wanna grab it. So I'm gonna do that with my other clothes. Long sleeve shirt is pretty similar. What I would do now is listen to an audiobook or something, which I think I might do like while I'm doing this, and just like speed through the rest of this, because I'd prefer to have something to listen to rather than just talking to myself. Right now I'm listening to Will Smith's book, and yeah, I really like it. I would say Will Smith's book started off really slow. For me, it started off a little bit slow, and I was like, you know what, I don't feel like reading this. And then I was actually on a plane to Seattle, and I sat in the middle seat, which I really don't like middle seats. I don't think anyone does. Yeah, middle seats just suck. Anyway, there's a woman on my right and a man on my left. And I can see that the man's kind of busy, he's doing a couple things, and I think he gets on a phone call, and the woman, she's reading Will Smith's book, so I comment on it that I just started reading that, and then she like lights up. She starts talking about how much she loves Will Smith, his YouTube videos, and just really gets excited about it. And you know, I have started the book and not really liked it, so I don't think I was fully there when she was saying all this, but what she said was enough to give me another shot, or to like make me inspired to read a little bit more of the book. When I got a little bit more into it, I'm hooked. Like, it's definitely a book that I just want to keep listening to, and I don't really want to put it down. It is a good book of his life, and he does a really good job of going into detail and making the book feel alive. I like the audiobook. It's in his own voice, just in case you like audiobooks. And then actually, the guy that was sitting to my left, him and I just started talking. We ended up talking the entire flight, and he's a conductor, like a music conductor, and he was going to the Seattle Symphony, and he was like, tell me about it, and tell me all these like different people in symphonies and orchestras that he knows that are like the principals, which is the main person of a certain instrument in a symphony. Okay, these are things that I'm not very familiar with, so if you are, you're probably like, oh, duh, but I'm learning. I try to learn a little bit about every piece of the world. And when I say that, I want to put myself in the shoes of each environment of something that someone loves, because I want to understand more. Because a lot of times we only stay within our own environment, and we only do that. And every time we get offered something else, we're like, well, no, this is what I like, so I'm just going to stick to this. And I think that's great. But I like to test things. I want to put myself in other environments to see what other people love as well. I understand what I love. Now I want to see what other people love too. So anyway, he's talking about the symphony in Seattle and saying it's one of the best symphonies in the United States. And I don't even know if I'm using the right word. It could be orchestra, one of the best orchestras. But anyway, so he's talking about how he's going to go see the Seattle Symphony. And while he's talking about it, he really inspired me because I've never been to a symphony. And I was like, you know what? I actually might go. Do you know if tickets are still on sale or is it sold out? And then he looks at me. He gives me one of these looks like, are you really interested in going? And like instantly I knew like something's up. He's going to say something. And he's like, actually, I got an extra ticket. I got 4 tickets, so you can come if you want. And I was like, yeah, definitely want to. So then I went to my first ever symphony with him and some friends, and his friend was the principal clarinetist, and afterwards we went to grab drinks. All that was cool. I'd say one of the most important things that I forget occasionally, and I think a lot of people forget, is that you only get the opportunities that you open yourself up to. In every single sense, if you stay inside and only do the exact same things, you're not opening yourself up to new opportunities. If there's something that you absolutely love and spend all your time doing it, perfectly fine. But if you ever find yourself bored or wanting more, then you have to give yourself opportunities. And I love growth. If you love growth, then you're going to have to get out there and try new things and get yourself in different environments. And whenever I'm traveling, I meet other people and these opportunities arise. I would have never gone to the symphony, the Seattle Symphony, and it might have been years, or I might have never gone to a symphony if I didn't take this plane and open up a conversation with the person next to me. I think there's a lot of people that don't want to talk to someone on a plane, or people that just don't want to talk to anyone in general. I think that stems from having some social scenarios in the past where they talk to someone and that person like wastes their time. And trust me, those people are out there. If you get in a conversation like that, it's unfortunate because I get in when I'm traveling. Just remember that it's just time. Like, it's not injuring you, it's not harming you, and you can leave at any moment. If you don't want to be there, just get up and leave. If you think there can be a piece that you can grab from it, or if you have, some patience for the person that you're speaking to, then, stay around a little bit longer. This one guy in a coffee shop, he was just rattling on about all of this political stuff and all this stuff, but he was standing up, and I kept interjecting, and he was like, oh, I'm trying to do comedy right now. And I was like, what, you trying to do comedy? He starts talking about Dave Chappelle, and then he elaborates on what he's trying to do. He's trying to get a rise out of me and stuff. And then I decided, calm down, Michael, internally, calm down. This guy is trying to give you a show, pretend that you're in the audience and you listen to this guy's comedy show. So then I pretended a little bit longer, and he did a couple more jokes, and some of them I laughed at, so that was fine. And then I just got up and I shook his hand and I was like, thank you so much. I appreciate all the time and energy that you put into these jokes. So I appreciate it. I acted like part of the audience, and I enjoyed your comedy show. And I think I had to do that 3 more times, but he eventually left. So I was kind to him, and I got to hear a couple jokes. It worked out fine. Anyway, I don't know why I'm sharing that experience with you, but there's other experiences where you meet someone, you have a really, really good experience, and maybe that person becomes a good friend, and you would have never had that if it wasn't for you taking the opportunity to meet them and have a conversation. I would say the majority of conversations I have with people don't lead to anything. It's just a conversation and it ends. And maybe it was a positive one or maybe it was a negative one. But when you're traveling, that is a lot of what ends up happening. You're not really making a lot of stable connections. When you're making a stable connection or a friendship, you're spending a consistent amount of time around someone. So you're meeting with them often, you're seeing them often, you're communicating about various different ideas. And I've even mentioned a couple people that I think a best friend comes from having someone around constantly that you're sharing a lot of information with, more so than anyone else. So, you can have a best friend for your entire life, from childhood or something like that. But I also think you can maybe have a best friend that's current. So I think some people have a lot of best friends, some people have no best friends, some people have one best friend, nobody's ever taken this person's spot. And I've tried to understand that term best friend, but if you have someone in your life that you talk to multiple times a week and who's there for you all the time, that could be your best friend. There's no reason that can't be your best friend. Uh-oh. Yeah, come on. Look at that space right there. Is that gonna connect? I think so. There we go. If that works with that side, it should work with this one. But look how much that's busting out. He's busted out of the seam, brother. Busting. This shit busting. No, that's not gonna work. There's no way. So I need to take this out. Perfect. Easy peasy. That lemon was squeezied. I'm so glad I brought just like regular headphones to plug in, because when you game, it is way better to have something that's wired. I got my Bluetooth headphones, but there's 100% of latency. Like, I was playing some Star Wars and just swinging around the lightsaber. It's like, I'd swing it and then I'd hear the sound after. So it'd be like, zhroom, zhroom. And you put in these and instantly you're like, zhroom, zhroom, zhroom. So you want to hear those zhwooms, okay? You want to hear those zhwooms on time. If you don't want to hear those zhwooms on time, do Bluetooth while you're gaming. Also, if you do want lower latency when you're gaming, but you want wireless, you can do 2.4 gigahertz, which is like, you know, when you have headphones and you're plugging something in the computer as well, that'll be much quicker than Bluetooth will be on latency. Or just do it wired. That's why so many gamers use everything wired, like a mouse, it's wired and all that stuff. But I'm not that professional of a gamer. You know, I'm just a casual gamer. So like, honestly, gaming with the MX keys is awesome. I really like gaming with this. But sound's a big deal. Like when you're gaming, you want to be immersed in it. So you want the sound to be on time. Wired. The whole reason I brought those in the first place was someone, one of the YouTubers that I was watching said, you always want to have a pair of this on hand just in case something happens with your Bluetooth or just you need to be wired in. It's good to have. So I'm really glad they said that. Helped me out. This time packing seems a lot easier. Oh, it's because I don't have souvenirs like I had last time. I was bringing like, yeah, souvenirs and stuff. Because when you see people, you want to give them something. It's kind of nice. This front pocket on the bag is kind of weird. This is the only thing I can't really get stuff into. And it bothers me. It definitely bothers me. All right, cool. That's everything. I got my computer that has stuff to put in here, but that goes into the back compartment right here. And I have more work to do before I do that. I want to get all the packing out of the way so I can sit there, do some really focused work, and then just pick up my bag and grab an Uber and leave. So anyway, thanks for hanging for a little bit while I pack this bag. I have no idea why you're hanging out with me, but I do enjoy it. What the fuck? To be honest, I really don't have too much of an idea of why I'm filming myself packing my bag, but I kind of enjoy packing my bag. Like I like organizing and stuff, so it is frustrating when I'm trying to get those zippers like done and I'm really trying to stuff a lot in there. But I guess I kind of enjoy this, and I figured I'd like, I don't know, share that enjoyment. I guess that's the same thing as like an artist does. Oh man, I don't want to compare myself to an artist, but like an artist paints because they truly enjoy it. There was this time I was going out with friends, and this was in New Orleans, and we're going into this bar. It's got this open outside area. We walk in, there's like really loud dubstep playing, like really, really loud dubstep. Which if you don't know, that's like whoop, 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 whoop. It's like, you know, the wubs and the dubs. And as we walk in, there's this person who's painting this giant painting. They're like literally up there painting. All this music's going on. And one of the guys that's in our group, he's like, why is that guy like painting right now? And then this guy walks up, and that's one of the friends of the group, and he's like, dude, man, he's like feeling it, you know? Like he's got those like vibes, and he's like getting into those vibes, like deep into them, and then everyone else gets to like, you know, see those vibes, and like the vibes are just really going on right there. And so I heard that, and I'm you know, about to say something, and then someone else jumps in, this girl jumps in, and she's like, yeah, it's exactly right, like those vibes are just incredible, and then he gets to share those vibes, he gets to do those vibes, and everyone really gets to feel those vibes, which is absolutely amazing, all those positive vibes in the environment. And, you know, I could see from his face that he still didn't really understand what was going on. So I was like, okay, so what both of them are saying is this term called vibes. And what vibes is like this positive energy. Energy just means like, you know, you feel really good about something or you feel bad about something. So when they're saying like they're sharing positive vibes, he's sharing like this positive energy or this positive thing that really makes him feel good. Saying that, art is probably something that he really enjoys. Art makes him feel good, so he enjoys art. Other people enjoy not only looking at art, but they like seeing people do something that they like to do. Just like you like watching a puppy like run around and be happy, it's enjoyable to watch an artist do his work. So a puppy is feeling these positive vibes, you know, when he's running around and super happy, and it makes you feel really good inside to see that happiness of that puppy. That's a good vibe. And at the same time, you're seeing this person paint this painting, and you're over here watching that person paint the painting, and you feel good for that person, and you also feel good to watch the art and act. That is a good vibe. And he's like, oh, thank you so much, man. And just to let you know, like, I know that seems weird that I'm just like breaking down that, but everyone has different terminology in how they see the world. Some people see the world in energy. Some people see the world in faith. Some people see the world in science. There's so many different ways. There is no right or wrong way. Everyone truly has their own belief. But there really needs to be some kind of translation between that, because some people really, really, really have spent their whole life understanding just what they understand, or maybe just like an intense amount of time over a long period of time. And speaking in someone else's language is difficult. So I think it's really important to be able to speak in someone else's language to have them understand. And really, I was just trying to translate there. Anyway, all of that was said to show you and tell you that I really do enjoy packing, and I just like, you know, I enjoy this traveling that I'm doing right now. So I figured I can share this packing and hanging out with you because that's enjoyable to me. And hopefully I got to share a positive vibe with you. See you next time.